My nigga, I got bullied damn near all of my school years, right? Now, the real bullying happened in middle school and elementary school because of the environment that I was in. Niggas was vicious. Um, I was getting it. Oh my god, that was. But once I got put on the west side, once I got put into Palms, where shit was a little bit more watered down, niggas weren't really aggressive like how they were in the last environment. They just had a mouth on them. They just like to pop it a lot. Um, Same thing happened, and that bullying thing, I never really understood why the fuck I was always just like the center of attention for some reason. Down to getting my head stuffed in toilets, fuck, getting beat up by big fat niggas in elementary school. Like, it was just like weird shit where it was like, why is this even a problem, my nigga? Why are you even doing this? Like, especially since I was like hella small. I'm still small now, but niggas was only like 100 pounds, 90 pounds. Why am I getting packed out by a nigga 200 pounds? Why are you 200 pounds in elementary school? That should have been the real fucking question. But but yeah, man, bullying, oh my god, that shit ruins your self-esteem. It ruins your confidence. And if you don't address it early on in life, it's some shit that you will harbor with you into your adulthood. You feel me? When you just had nothing but traumatic shit done to you for no reason. And that's what fucks you up too. When you feel like it's shit happening for no fucking reason. Like, what was the point of this, my nigga? What did you gain from this? What did I gain from this? What part of your ego got stroked by you doing this? I don't fucking know. It seems like none of us gained shit from this besides trauma, right? I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't even know how to like pinpoint and articulate all of the shit a nigga had to go through that I thought was normal. And that's what fucks me up too. When you get so used to dealing with some shit, you think it's normal. You think it's normal to be dealing with these type of adversities. You think it's normal to be hearing sirens, like just you start thinking shit is normal when it's not. And once again, like I said in another video, it takes you getting out of that environment, getting out of that circumstance, getting out of that adversity, literally getting yourself out of the situation to see what the fuck. Like, like, whoa, that wasn't right at all. There was so much things that God knows it shouldn't have went down like that. It shouldn't have played out like that, but it did. And now that I'm at a point where I'm at embracing my authenticity, and I can look back on certain instances and say with my chest, and really just be like, damn, that was kind of crazy. Like, it showed me the importance of healing, right? Like, dog, I even started like, as a kid, I remember I was getting bullied so bad, bro. My papa had to put me in a taekwondo karate class as a kid. Cause he's like, nigga, you can't just keep letting this happen, my nigga. You feel me? Like, we gotta figure out how to use your hands. We gotta teach you how to kick or some shit. You feel me? So every summer, nigga, hardcore in taekwondo karate. I think I made it like a orange or a yellow belt or some shit. And niggas like, But even that, when I started growing up, and I started dealing with shit outside of school and in real life, niggas robbing people, just ghetto shit, right? I got back into boxing. I'm like, oh, no. You got me fucked up. That's not happening again. I will fuck you up. And that's the energy that I instilled into myself solely based upon the circumstances and the environment that I was in. Knowing damn well, I don't want to touch a soul. I am like bro, when I say this in the realest fucking way, I am a square bear. I don't want no problems. But in the back of my head, it's always, I will fuck you up. And no matter who I'm running into, it's because of the trauma that I've went through all my life. It's because of all the bullshit. I don't know who to trust. I look at everybody sideways. I don't know what you did these last couple years. Especially if I'm just now meeting you. I don't know what the fuck you did the rest of your years, the up until I met you. You could have been a demon. I'm cool. Like I don't even want to associate or even get to know you. You could have been an amazing person. You could have been nothing but love. I still don't care. I don't want to go. I don't want to know. You feel me? Because of the shit that I've been through, I'm very reserved, and I didn't necessarily understand why. Like I don't trust people at all. Like I analyze a lot. I don't talk a lot. I'm a observer for that exact reason. Niggas been through too much. I feel like when you have to deal with certain shit, and this isn't to say at all that I've been through the most, right? Because that's not at all the facet. I swear to God, even if I just was to go one generation up, something like my father, I can say for a damn sure that nigga's done been through 10 times more shit than I have, right? That would have actually made me be like, oh, like I would have felt it in my chest. I would have froze probably, right? So it's not even to say that my life was the worst. I'm speaking about just the energy and the reality of having to grow up in harsher environments, having to grow up with bullshit around you that you think is normal, even in the smallest of facets. Now, if you can identify that is bullshit happening sooner than later, you save yourself from all the other dumb shit that was about to happen. Like I remember in the 7th grade, I was going to school on Crenshaw and Vernon. It was today's Fresh Start Charter School. It was my 7th grade culmination, right? I was acting a fool. I was stealing niggas stuff out backpacks. I was talking shit. I was acting like my environment, but I was sneaky because I was quiet, so nobody expected it of me, but your shit might be gone. You feel me? That was the type of dude that I was, and it's not to be proud about it, but that's just keeping it real. The environment was starting to scope to me, and it was that it was on the day of graduation, on the day of culmination. I tried to hide my report card because my teacher wrote on there like just snitching basically about like he talked too much, he didn't. And I'm like, I'm not giving this to my mom. You're crazy. So I tried to like hide it, be like, oh, it's gonna come in the mail, you know. And my mom's asking me like, nigga, where's your report card? Like, aren't you supposed to get it today? I'm like, oh, it's coming in the mail. Yeah. She called the teacher the day of the graduation. On our way to go get food, she decided to call the teacher. She started snitching. Next thing you know, I had a parent conference scheduled for the next 30 minutes after the fucking culmination. She gets up in there, starts snitching. And my mom was hot. My mom didn't like that shit at all. And at the time, I wanted to go to Crenshaw High, right? I'm like, all of my homies is going there. It's right down the street. I'ma know everybody. Can I go, please? Mom was like, nope, fuck that. Wrong. You're going to Palms. You're going to the West Side. You're going to Hamilton High School. You're getting out of that shit, right? And as a kid, I didn't even really understand like why. I thought it was a punishment. I'm like, why in the fuck am I here? Like I literally remember my first 2 weeks crying after being removed and put into like Palms and Hamilton, just on the West Side. I was crying for 2 weeks straight, begging my mama, like literally, like what in the world? This feels like a punishment. Why'd you do that? But it was probably one of the best things that ever happened because I got to see life outside of the environment. On God. I didn't know anything else besides that environment until I got took out of that environment, which is why I was crying like a big ass baby because I felt useless. I felt hopeless. I'm like, I don't even know how to integrate into this. I don't know how to talk to these people. I don't even know how to integrate. This is fucked up. Take me back. And I'm so happy my mom didn't, fold under that pressure because I was really hurt. I was really like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Who are these people? Why are y'all talking like that? Why are y'all acting like this? This is weird. Y'all are weird. Take me back. And I'm so happy she didn't do it because I started to grow. I started to integrate. And I'm not even gonna lie, I went through like a small identity crisis. Bro, when I say I wouldn't tell niggas where I lived, it was that deep. When my mom put me on the West Side, I would lie. Oh, I stay in Beverly Hills. Oh, I stay on the West Side. I stay by the beach or some shit like that. Nigga, I wasn't finna tell you where I came from. I wasn't finna tell you where I lived. What the fuck? Because I knew immediately. Once I said it, you was about to look at me differently. You was probably about to put me in a box. I didn't even like, I went through a whole identity crisis by being took out of the environment, bro. Because I'm like, oh, y'all not like this. I gotta change. I gotta do something different, which isn't even the case too, which isn't true because I could have been myself, right? But as an adolescent, right? We're talking about 7th, 8th grade. You're still very receptive to different shit, and you're still learning. So I had to try integrating. But then I think after I started graduating, like after I graduated from high school, I think that's when it started to come back a little bit truer to who I was. No, actually, I'm not even gonna lie. It was before I graduated. I started realizing I was black once I started smoking weed. I'm not, I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I was acting all bougie and all like, you feel me, with my peers, trying to hang with the white people, do all this other type of shit, right? And once I started smoking weed, I noticed nobody else in this camp was smoking weed except the niggas. It was the people. You feel me? So naturally, I'm gravitating to them. We leaving during lunch or whatever the case may be, going to the park, smoking, blowing down, coming back to class, nigga, gone. You feel me? And that's what started bringing back out the true me. Because at that point, my nigga, you walk into class with your eyes red, you smell like weed and shit like that. You can't hide that. You can't act like no goody two shoes. My nigga, you're high. You feel me? Like, so that's what actually started, breaking it down a little bit. But then once I graduated high school, and I was back into the community. Now it was back to life, back to my people. You feel me? Everything just started shedding again. It's like I went through multiple, like, identity crisis. Like, I grew up here, it's just kind of fucked up, I'm kind of rugged, I'm trying to stay the good kid, mad city. Basically what Kendrick talks about, good kid, mad city. You're a good ass kid, goody two shoes, you are just like a little love bug. But the environment is so fucked up. There's only so much love you gonna continue to get out of that boy, right? And I don't know, man. It's just, my childhood was very interesting, bro, because I got to see both sides of this shit. Like, it was so interesting. Like, being in that environment, my papa put out the first rap album. My mom, she's very articulate. She's like sheltering me in a way. She's like, nope, stay away. But I'm going outside. I'm still dealing with the shit. And I'm not telling my mama when I get home. Like, I'm not telling my mom this dude just literally stomped me out in class. I'm not finna tell my mama that. I'm finna just suck it up. We finna go to school, then the very next day, and I gotta sit next to the nigga. We gotta deal with it. Mama don't know. Everybody else in this bitch know. I feel terrible. Y'all just saw me get stumped out. What the fuck? Like, it's just so much. It's so much, bro, that you kind of forget as you get older. You're like, damn, I forgot I went through that. How did that affect me? How does that affect the way that I think now? Am I broke? Am I fucked up? Like, I ask myself that so much. Like, am I good? Am I really good? Or am I just telling myself I'm good because I don't want to address the shit that I've really been through? Because addressing it is like, oh my God. But, yeah, just to like sum it all up, man, I'm at a point now where I don't get bullied, right? Because I don't interact with people. But I notice I'm very introverted because of that shit. Because of the just different people, different circumstances, different ways of living. I stay to myself a lot now, and I analyze, and I had to adapt. And even though, it's rooted in a little bit of trauma, I had to adapt, like, that underlying code. Like, you're not doing that, my nigga. Or that's not right. That I'm not letting that slide. Like, I had to adapt certain headspaces because people are vicious. People don't, and it's not even that they are vicious. Their trauma is making them vicious. Their trauma is making them do shit that they don't want to do. My nigga, I've never seen more mad young black boys than when I was going to school in the hood. That's when I got the most aggression. That's when I was dealing with the most physical altercations, was when I was in that environment. And it wasn't even that person was wrong or I was wrong or I was doing something to trigger him, he was doing something to trigger me. Niggas was just hurt. We were kids. Niggas was going through shit. So the moment anything triggers you, I'm on it. This is my chance to get it out. This is my chance to get that shit off me. Because when I go home, I don't know how to get it off me, and chances are they don't even know because I'm not telling them shit. So I gotta get this off me. I'm pissed off. Whoever is up, you feel me? That's the energy you have to deal with in those environments, unfortunately, and it toughens you the fuck up. I started having to give grace to people who also grew up in those type of environments, because then it's like, my nigga, you are aggressive as fuck. But I understand. I get you. I understand. I get you. Cool. You cool people. Like, you cool people. Like, I could really, like, I could hang with you. Like, I could talk to you. Like you cool. Because I understand why you're upset. And it's crazy too, because when you're talking to people who didn't really have to deal with the shit, they think you're just being mean. They think you're just like, it's so many other shit they don't like, the way you talk, all this other bullshit. When it's like, I didn't even do anything to you. Like, that's just how I articulate. That's how I talk. That's how, when I'm passionate, you will know, my nigga, because you know when I'm passionate, because it's like an energy behind it. I'm not so subtle. I'm not so quiet. If it truly touches me, you gonna feel every ounce of energy behind that emotion, whether it's good, bad, happy, sad, joyful, crying. I don't care. You gonna feel it because I'm passionate. Some people, they think that's like, oh, do you have something against me? Oh, why are you like that? Like they take it a certain way, when it's like, bro, I don't even mean no harm to you. I don't mean you. Like, literally, like I've been saying this whole video, I'm a love bug. I don't even want to get under your skin. I don't want to cause any friction, because I'm tired of dealing with that shit. It's like, friction and conflict, when you've dealt with a certain amount of it, you don't want to deal with this shit no more. The most aggressive, oh my god, do I even want to touch on this? Yeah, I'm gonna touch on this. Especially the niggas who want to rap, start talking about music and all this other type of shit. Y'all wouldn't be talking about it if you went through it, because you understand how traumatizing that is. Most rappers who did go through the shit and is talking about it, they themselves will tell you that's a little bit difficult to talk about. And chances are, I don't even want to address it, because I want to let it go. Most niggas, when they actually done went through some shit, they want to let it go. It's the niggas who get into it, who haven't experienced anything, or really was more sheltered than we think. They're the ones who get on this rap songs. They're the ones who start getting behind the mic and pushing that agenda like they lived it. And those are usually the niggas that get skyrocketed to the top. But the ones who actually grew up in those environments, the ones who actually had to deal with certain shit, who actually had to heal, toughen up, get their shit right, they aren't the ones that's getting exalted to the top. They usually stay in their small communities because of the way that they're articulating. They say they're too aggressive. They say they talk too much shit. They're too violent. No. They actually went through it, but they're just it's just how they're talking. It's how they grew up. You can't run from certain shit. But the ones who didn't actually go through the shit, they didn't find so many beautiful ways to make it sound like this beautiful last circumstance, and they're that nigga and all this other type of shit, when we're sitting there looking like, I get what you're saying, but I don't like what you're saying, because that shit actually happens. That fucks me up too. When people start rapping and talking about things that people actually go through. That's why you don't see me on the internet and getting on songs, doing all this weird type of shit, promoting certain shit, because I know that shit actually happens, my nigga. If you're arrogant to what actually happens, you will get on a song and start talking shit, because you don't realize that shit actually happens. Until that shit happens to somebody around you, somewhere in your community, somewhere where you can see it, or somewhere where it impacts you, then you're like, my nigga, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to get close to it, because it's real. It's already real. I don't feel the need to talk about that. It's real. It's real enough. We know the truth. I don't need to talk about that. But some people, I don't know, bro. This world, this life is just, it's up to your own interpretation. It's up to what you want to do. But man, bullying, adversities, all that shit is real, and it sticks with you. No matter how much you try to let it go, heal, change, all this other type of stuff, those things stick with you because you will never forget. Something that you never forget will forever be something that you have to deal with. And unfortunately, when we're dealing with things like trauma, it gets ingrained into us. It gets ingrained into our DNA. It gets ingrained in our cells. And it gets passed down to things that our ancestors, our dads, our moms, our grandparents, our aunties and shit went through. It came right back down to us. So we're just a compound of different shit that we didn't even realize we was going through. Gotta give it grace, you guys. Yeah, I love y'all. I hope y'all love yourselves because once again, I love y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.